If you're a watch nerd like me, I'm sure you have lots of different straps and bands just laying around. I know I do. I'm always on the search for that special strap. And as fate would have it, a company called ARTEM out of Adelaide, Australia, sent me a message last month, beginning of December, and said, hey, if you want to try out some of our straps, if you like them, make a video on them, that would be cool. And I feel like I was pretty lucky. I was just getting back into doing watch content for the channel, and the email just sort of came out of the blue. So I kind of, like I said just a second ago, I felt like it was fate. So of course I accepted the offer. ARTEM sent me in 4 different of their loopless sailcloth straps. Same strap, 4 different colors. And as you know, since you're watching this video, I did like them. If you want to stick around, I'll tell you why I like them, and we'll look at a bunch of different pictures on all my different watches of these straps. I'm Patrick, and this is Rocky Mountain Style. If you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing. I'll be doing a lot more watch content on the channel going forward, so if that's your thing, there'll be something here for you. And I'll also keep doing more content on my other sartorial interests like boots, footwear, and outerwear. Now, as I mentioned, ARTEM is an Australian company out of Adelaide. They primarily do sailcloth and rubber straps. I guess I shouldn't say primarily. If you're looking for a leather strap, don't look here. They don't do any leather straps. Maybe in the future, but not now. So they do their sailcloth versions and rubber straps, and if you want to see more history of the company, they have a really nice about page on their website that's actually a pretty good read. The construction of the straps is pretty interesting, I think. Actual sailcloth, whether it's made in the old school way with natural fibers like your flax, hemps, or cottons, or if it's made in the current way with a synthetic fiber, generally end up not being too comfy on the wrist, even if they do look cool. Now, looking cool is important with a watch, but for a strap, it really needs to be comfortable, and you can let the actual watch itself do the coolness. Due to that, most sailcloth straps on the market are actually a synthetic material that just has a sailcloth pattern embossed. ARTEM straps are no different. On the underside of the straps, there's a really nice feeling leather that actually is coated with rubber. So I guess really it's not really a nice feeling leather, it's a nice feeling rubber with a leather core. And it's not a tacky rubber, it doesn't pull at the hair on my wrist or anything, so it's actually pretty well done, I would say. Now these straps are designed to be worn with a deployant clasp. The design is based off the Omega Speedmaster Apollo 13 Snoopy watch. I'm sure Omega's used the same design for other watches going forward. However, ARTEM did use that as their inspiration, and I think you'd agree with me, there's probably worse places that you could be inspired by. Omega's engineering really is top-notch. And in general, deployant clasps haven't been my favorite version of strap over the years. However, for my wrist size and shape and just sort of how it's constructed, how it lays on the desk when I'm typing, things like that, these ones actually are really good, and I actually like them quite a bit. So for this whole setup, when buying the optional clasp, you are looking at $201. The clasp is $68 and the straps are $133 each. So if you wanted to just have one clasp and save some money, you could buy multiple colors if you didn't mind fiddling around and removing the clasp when you took it on to different watches. Now, of course, $201 US is quite pricey for a strap, and whether or not it's worth it is really up to you and your own personal finances and how much you value changing the look of specific watches and things like that. Some people just like to go with whatever the OEM gives them. Some people like to change it up. I happen to be one of those people that likes to change it up. And I just said OEM, that made me think of this. If you're talking about straps, OEM straps, whether it's just a spare leather strap or if it's a deployant or, God forbid, a bracelet, generally are significantly more than this anyways. So I really feel like you're getting OEM quality for a lot less price, I'd say. And talking about that quality, I can honestly say these are the highest quality straps I've ever held and used. The stitching is spot on, the lining on the back feels robust, the attention to detail is actually pretty astounding. Now I'll throw up some pictures here for what I mean by that attention to detail. And if you're looking for a really high quality strap and you're all right paying for it, I really think you should consider these ARTEM straps. Okay, we've probably gone on long enough here, so in closing I just want to reiterate the things that I really like about these straps. First, and this is something I noticed right away, these tend to elevate any watch you put them on. Take this Vaer, for example. This is the Vaer C5 quartz watch. It's assembled in America. It's a simple field watch, but when you pair it with a deployant clasp, I think it just feels nicer going on and off the wrist and gives it kind of a more elevated, classy look. Second, of course, is the comfort. Again, the buckle stays off to the side when I'm resting my wrists on the desk to type. That's generally, for me, the biggest indicator of comfort, I'd say, because I do type a lot. I work a desk job 9 to 5 or longer than that, Monday through Friday. So where that metal buckle or clasp hits on the desk is really, kind of my biggest thing for comfort. There's no snag points either that I've felt, talking about either the metal scraping on your wrist or your skin in any way, or the rubber lining pulling the hair. So really no issues whatsoever, and I'm always happy when I'm wearing these. So if you are looking for something that'll elevate your watch, give it a little bit more class, it's still rugged enough to go in the water if that's something that you do, and has a lot of comfort and a lot of style, I really think you could do worse than an ARTEM strap. So if you have any questions, please leave a comment below and I'd be happy to answer them. I'll leave a link to ARTEM's website down below. Once again, ARTEM did provide these straps for my review. However, I didn't receive any monetary compensation. They didn't review the script, anything like that. So these opinions are all my own. And that's really it. Have a fantastic day, everybody. Thank you.